Hello. Hello.
Sorry, sir. Sir, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Are you getting my voice?
Yes, sir.
Are you getting my voice is clear?
Yes, sir.
Good. Thank you. So whenever you want, we'll start. You want to introduce me?
Yes, sir. Dr. Iyer will introduce you and then we will start, sir.
Sure, sure. Whenever you want.
So, welcome back. A very good morning to all. So now we are entering into the second technical session of today, so which is optimization and artificial intelligence algorithm. Today, present session speaker, guest speaker is Dr. D.P. Kothari sir. So he is obtained his BE in electrical in 1967, ME Power Systems in 1969, and PhD in 1975 from BITS Plani, Rajasthan. So from 1969 to 1977, he was involved in the teaching and development of several courses at BITS Plani. So earlier, Dr. Kothari served as Vice Chancellor, VIT Vellore, a Director in Charge, and a Deputy Director Administration, as well as Head in the Center of Energy Studies at IIT Delhi, and as Principal VRCE Nagpur. So he was visiting professor at the Royal Melbourne Institute of Technology, Melbourne, Australia during 1982 to 83 and 1989 for 2 years. He was also NSF Fellow at Purdue University, USA in 1992. So he also taught at Melbourne University, Australia for one semester in 1989. So he is a recipient of the most active research award, has published and presented 812 research papers in various national as well as international journals, conferences. He has guided 50 PhD scholars and 68 MTech students and authored 60 plus books in various allied areas. He has delivered several keynote addresses and invited lecturers at both national and international conferences. He has also delivered 42 video lectures on YouTube with a maximum of 40,000 hits. So, Sir is a fellow of National Academy of Engineering, fellow of Indian National Academy of Science, fellow of Institution of Engineers, fellow of IEEE, fellow of ISD, and fellow of IET. His many awards includes the National Khosla Award for Lifetime Achievements in Engineering in 2005 from IIT Roorkee. The University Grants Commission, UGC, Government of India has bestowed the UGC National Swami Pranavananda Saraswati Award 2005 in the field of education for his outstanding scholarly contributions. He is also the recipient of the Lifetime Achievement Award in 2009, conferred by the World Management Congress, New Delhi, for his contribution to the areas of educational planning and administration. Recently, he received Excellent Academic Award at IIT Guwahati by NPSC 2014. So he has received 6 Lifetime Achievement Awards by various agencies on 19th February, 4th March, 11th March, 18th March, 20th March, and 25th March 2016, respectively. On 20th April 2016, he received Living Legend Award in Chennai Conference. So currently, Sir is with SP Jain Institute of Management, Research and Technology in Nagpur, serving as Director, Research and Professor. He is also Chairman Board of Governors of THDC, Institute of Hydropower Engineering and Technology, Tehri. So now I shall hand over the session to our guest speaker, sir, without taking more of his time. Sir, now you can proceed, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Should I start now?
Yeah, yes, sir. You can.
Oh, thank you very much. I must thank Professor Iyer, the head of the department, and other authorities of this great institution. I have been to SRM all campuses. I know SRM since Dr. Punno Vaiko, one of my students, was VC long back. I have stayed in your great hotel also, in SRM hotel. Then I visited Sonipat SRM campus, visited Ghaziabad SRM campus. Of course, your campus I had to come, waiting for lockdown to be lifted. Then I'll come there. My friend Nanda Kumar is there from VIT Fellow in your campus. Sanchit is a good friend of mine, your VC. He was earlier in what you call in Jaipur. Then he was also NIT Surathkal director and so on. Wonderful person. You are very lucky to have such a vice chancellor. Now, before I start this lecture, I am sure there must be students and faculty both listening to this webinar. Students, I have 5-point program. Point number 1. No, just let it be here. Don't change now. When I tell, then only you change. Now the students should get up at 4 a.m. That is called Brahma Muhurtam. And at 4 a.m. the brain is very alert, 100% efficient. Whatever you will read, you will remember. Secondly, 5 minutes prayer. Whosoever is your God, Kartikeyan, Lord Vishnu, whatever, then 5 minutes prayer. And then 5 minutes yoga, that is the Baba Ramdev yoga. Then 10 minutes morning walk, if it is close by. Otherwise, in modern time, now time, COVID time, take it to your house only. Don't go outside the house. Then you start studying. All my 63 books I have written from 3 a.m. to 6 a.m. Wife sleeping, children sleeping, and I am writing the book. For that, you have to sleep early also. Don't get up. Don't delay beyond 10 p.m. And my another request to all students is attend 100% lectures. Don't miss a single lecture. After all, the teachers are definitely better than you. They have got degree ahead of you. So don't miss a single lecture. Attend all 100% lectures. Secondly, all students must use WhatsApp only 15 minutes per day, not more than that. Otherwise, you are wasting your time. After you get your degree, you can do whatever you like. And you must learn at least 5 languages, minimum. One is your regional language, maybe Tamil, Telugu, whatever it is. Second is your national language, Hindi. Third is your English, international language, French and German. Then you can work anywhere in the world. Nobody can stop you from getting job. Secondly, please do appear in GATE. GATE is being conducted by IIT Bombay next year, 5 to 6 February and 12 to 13 February. And GATE, you can always use my book for electrical engineering. For electronics people, Raj Kishore's book. They are very good books. And S Engineering College, Hyderabad, they are also brought out some books. You can read that. Once you get a GATE examination cleared, I can give you a job in Power Grid. Power Grid top man is my student, Dr. Subir Sen. So let me know. First slide shows my cell phone number as well as my mail ID. You can always give me any mail. I reply immediately. You can ring me anytime. Just say SRM. That's all. I'll talk to you immediately. There's absolutely no problem. If you want to go abroad, anybody, faculty or student, let me know. My students are in every country. So I'll be able to help you in getting postdoc or a PhD degree or a job even in so many countries. You can go to Oman, you can go to Dubai, you can go to Abu Dhabi, then Qatar, then your Australia, New Zealand, Indonesia, Malaysia, multimedia university. There are so many Tamilians are there. You will be feeling at home in Malaysia. So I can send you to Malaysia also. Then all students must read one English paper every day, Hindu or Times of India, Hindustan Times, whichever paper you like. That is a must to read English paper so that your English is as good as anybody in the world. Secondly, don't read e-paper, read the hard copy. E-books means your eyesight will get spoiled, you will be getting your back pain. It is always better to read hard copy of the book, hard copy of the paper, hard copy of everything. If they're not available, then you have to go for e-copy. There is no problem. Then You must all become student member of IEEE. That will add your biodata, your CV. That's not much money. For Indians, they have made it concessional. Similarly, all faculty members of electrical, electronics, and computer must become a member of IEEE. Then senior member, I can always help you. And then some of you are very good. I can help you in getting fellowship. I got my fellowship when I was in Vellore, 2010. So I wish I must also help you people to get IEEE fellowship. I'll try to help you whenever you want. Secondly, since you are a university, you can start a practice school. Practice school is there in BITS Pilani. That means one semester in industry. Why practice school? Like each medical college is associated with a hospital, so each engineering college or university must be associated with an industry. You are in Chennai, nearby, so you can have so many industries are there. Talk to some industry people and get your MOU signed so that your students can go to that industry and work there. That is very important. Now I come to faculty. Each faculty must be a member of IEEE. Secondly, they must write a book. Book writing is very important. Then you will be known in the whole world. Today, the whole world knows me because of my 63 books. This Loni is not there, but the books are there. Your A.K. Sahani is no more, but his book on machine design, measurement, instrumentation is there. G.K. Dubey is also no more, but his Drives book is there. Professor Nagrath is not there, but his control book is there. His books with me are there. So like the C.L. Wadhwa is also dead. Your Prabha Kundur is no more, but his books are there. Even your the people are not there, but their books are there. Kimbark is also dead, but his 3 books are there. Kirchmayr, 2 books are there. So kindly write 1 book. I'll help you. I can be your co-guide, you can be main guide. I'll get it approved by Taylor and Francis, foreign publisher. I am an editor of 3-4 journals, so if any faculty wants their paper to be accepted, they can always take my help. Next thing is faculty should do is consultancy. Since you are in Chennai, go to any industry, ask them any problem, I'll be able to solve that. First problem solved free of charge. Second problem, you can start charging money. And third thing the faculty should do is funded project. Kindly apply to Science and Technology Council, Tamil Nadu, Chennai. Then you can apply to CSIR. Then DST Delhi, that is near Qutub Hotel. Fourth is NSF, National Science Foundation of Washington, USA. My friend Dr. R.S. Baheti is there. It is in his, he is in charge of that. I can request him to give some money to SRM, whichever SRM applies there. So that I can help you. Then the all faculty should also conduct such FDPs in normal time and webinar in the abnormal time, the COVID time. Then you can kindly organize one SAARC conference. What is SAARC? 8 countries: Afghanistan, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Nepal, Bhutan, India, Sri Lanka, Maldives. No IIT, no NIT has so far conducted a SAARC conference. And I know everybody there in all 8 countries. We can get people free of charge. Only you have to give them good hotel for stay and food. And they'll be very happy to enjoy South Indian food. Dosa, idli, sambar, uttapam, appam, whatever you give. So kindly mark it, Professor Iyer and whoever is in charge there. We'll write a proposal for SAARC conference. So that 2024, 20 is about to be over. October is going on, November, December. So 21, 22, 23, 3 years we'll get to prepare for that. January 24, we can have a SAARC conference in your SRM campus. I'll be very happy to help you. Then 5-point program for the authorities. Whoever is the highest authority sitting there, head of the department, dean, director, vice chancellor. The 5-point program is keep your faculty happy so that nobody leaves you, because good faculty is not available in any mall, anywhere. Once they leave, you won't be able to get them back. So give them proper promotion, give them increment, give them encouragement to do PhD. I'm sure all of you are PhD. If not, I can help you. I can be your co-guide. Main guide has to be from your university. Then I can be examiner if some of you are submitting the PhD thesis. I give report in 7 days, 8-day Viva. So we can have Viva online at the moment. Otherwise, I'll come to Chennai to your institute. We'll hold the Viva. So that is important for the authorities, and see that all of you are allowed to go to foreign countries to appear to present your paper. At least registration fee may be given. And you should all go for 1 year abroad for getting exposure. Best country in the world is New Zealand, and go to the University of Canterbury. Please note down the name of the person where you should go. Professor Neville Watson. I went there in 2000. They gave 50,000 rupees cash plus airfare, free stay and free food. So kindly go to University of Canterbury, Christchurch, Professor Neville Watson. He has written 4 good books along with J. Arilaga. One is HVDC, one is power quality, one is EHV, ACDC, then one is HVDC, power quality. Read those 4 books. Harmonics, power system harmonics. Our book is also coming in power quality next month. Because of the corona, it got delayed. All these things I have to talk about the students, faculty, and authorities. I don't know which is the highest authority who is attending there, but I can always talk to your vice chancellor. He's a very good friend of mine. Now we come to the topic, optimization and artificial intelligence. Please, next slide, please. Yes, optimization. Optimization means either maximization or minimization, or both, called min-max problem. For example, you people want to spend minimum time and get maximum CGPA. I hope you have CGPA in your university. So you want to get anything more than 9 is always welcome. If not, then 8. Don't get below 7. You must get more than 7. Work hard. That is the only way. And get up at 4 a.m. You will be able to get 8 CGPA, no problem. Optimization started in the world because of German dictator Adolf Hitler. I'm sure must have seen the movie of Charlie Chaplin, who played Hitler. The dictator was the title of the movie. You can see that movie. It's very good. He thrust Second World War on the world in 1939. I hope you remember the Olympics, Berlin Olympics, 2036, when our Major Dhyan Chand, who was the captain of the hockey team, he won the 3 Olympics for India. So when he went there, Hitler was really wonderstruck. He said, how this fellow is making goals. He examined his hockey stick. He said there must be some magnet there. Hockey stick was broken, nothing was found there. Then he offered a job to Dhyan Chand. Dhyan Chand said, no, I'm happy in my country. I won't leave that country to get a job in your country. So that was the history of Dhyan Chand. Then 39, Hitler wanted to rule the whole world. So he started Second World War. At that time, Sir Winston Churchill was the Prime Minister of UK. And at that time, UK, there was no sunset. The whole country he was ruling, including India. So he called a meeting of all these scientists and engineers and told them to find a technique to finish the war in minimum time and with minimum casualties, minimum money. Practically, most part of the world was ruled by Britain. No sunset in British Empire. Now there is no sun there. Only Falkland is under British Empire. Hong Kong is also gone. Falkland is a very small country near Buenos Aires, Argentina. I hope those of your senior people, they must be remembering Falkland War in 1982, which ultimately Madam Thatcher won. Thatcher was called Iron Lady, just like our Indira Amma. This was military operation research, MOR. Later, world military was dropped, and OR is an important subject of economics, management, and engineering. Next slide, please. Third. Yes. Early classic optimization approaches. Fortunately, war ended in 1945 because of the dropping of bombs in Nagasaki and Hiroshima. I have been to Japan. Still, those two cities are horrible. You can see what war can bring. The total finish, those cities are finished. They are now building up. But technique did come by Denzik called linear programming. That was the first technique which came. There is a very good book on linear programming by Headley. Please read that. There are 3 volumes. One is linear programming, second is nonlinear programming and dynamic programming, and third is other techniques by John Wiley. You can read that. Our own Indian books are there by S.S. Rao. He was a mechanical engineer. He was in IIT Kanpur. At that time, book was 30 rupees Now it must be 300 rupees. Later on, he shifted to Purdue University, where I went for NSF fellow. There, please see the websites of various countries. Royal Society of London, also I went there. So these are information I try to give through these webinars, so that some of you can apply to Royal Society of England. The head of the department is Dr. Vikas Pal, another my student. You can write to him and go there and stay there for a month. You will get pounds, you will get money to go around the Europe and come back. At least one paper you can publish. Similarly, NSF you can apply. NSF is National Science Foundation. DST, NSF combined, they send you to USA, and like I went to Purdue University, 1992. So you can go to Arizona State University. My friend Dr. G.T. Hayat is there. You can write to him. Then Professor Ned Mohan is there. Then Professor Vimal Bose, who is a power electronics expert. Then you can go to Rashid. Then you can go to Professor M.A. Pai, who was in IIT Kanpur, and then a wonderful person. So many books he has written. So you can write to M.A. Pai, you can go there. So I'll help you. You can write my name as a referee anywhere for any job, for any postdoc. Nowadays, IITs give you postdoc 80,000 rupees per month. One of my students, Dr. Rakesh, he is in NIT Trichinapalli, whose director is my student, Dr. Mini Thomas. So you can go to Trichy also. Then IIT Madras, Professor Ashok Junjunwala, the best person. He is Padma Shri also. His building is separate from IIT Madras, and there is a bridge joining his empire and IIT Madras. You can go there and join him and work. You can take leave from SRM and then go. Don't leave the job. Jobs are not available. Now, any optimization problem has an objective function, set of constraints, and a solution algorithm. Objective function is linear in linear programming, quadratic in quadratic programming, and non-linear in non-linear programming. Like that. There are so many techniques. I'll talk one by one. Constraints are of two types: equality constraint and inequality constraint. Equality constraint for electrical people are very well known. Total summation of generation must be total load plus losses. This is the famous inequality constraint for electrical engineers, right? Then the inequality constraint is there are two: soft inequality and hard inequality. Hard inequality is exam. 2 hours are over, they will snatch the answer book. That is a hard, inequality constraint. Less than 2 hours, you have to submit the paper. In our time, when I was a student in 60s, they used to snatch the copy or write there, take an extra time so that you'll get less marks. Nowadays, we are very liberal. No teacher will snatch the copy. No teacher will write there, take an extra time, because students are not available. Admissions are not there. So we can't afford to annoy students. But it is in their interest to follow the rules, so that when they become manager, they become big people, they should also make people to follow the rules. That's important. And inequality constraint is the voltage. Voltage should be in between plus minus 5%. 0.05 less than equal to VI, less than equal to plus 0.05. 5% is the voltage variation allowed. But if it is a 6%, heavens won't fall. That is why it is a soft inequality. Even if it is 6%, it doesn't matter. But tap changing transformer, taps are finished, then you can't move further to get a further voltage variation. That is a strict inequality. Similarly, the control variables has to be positive or non-negative in linear programming. Either they can be positive or they can be zero. They can't be negative. These are the rules of a particular optimization technique. And please do read the book by S.S. Rao. Even I have written a book on power system optimization along with Professor J.S. Dhillon, who is my student. The second edition is available now. Third edition is going to come within a month time. Because of Corona, it got delayed. The book is published by Prentice Hall of India, 2011, a second edition. Please read that book. Each chapter is very important. I have given minimum dispatch, that is the emission dispatch, minimization of air pollution due to thermal power plants. Then there is a goal programming, multi-objective function. There are 4 objectives, for a professor. He has to teach, he has to guide PhD, he has to do consultancy, he has to do funded project. All the 4 should be optimized for a big professor, so that you can become professor, become dean, you can become director, you can become principal, you can become vice chancellor. All those things require your CV. I want your CV to increase every year by 2-3 lines, not by changing font, but by working. So you can see my CV and compare where are you. And you should. I want you people to do better than me. Then I'll be more happy. The simplex method is the method which you use for solving linear programming problem, LPP. There you have an entering variable, leaving variable. I hope those of you who know linear programming, they must be knowing this technique. There is an assignment problem. There is a transportation problem. Suppose a cricket team comes to India and they have to play test matches, ODIs and T20. How should they travel? Suppose they're in Chennai. The next is Bangalore. Bangalore to next is Bombay. Bombay next is Delhi. Then Kanpur. Then Kolkata. Like that they will go. So that they have to do minimum travel with minimum money. That's called transportation problem. Assignment problem. Your teacher, head of department has to assign courses to the various faculty members. So normally in IT system, they ask for the choices. Every teacher is supposed to give 3 choices. Now it's not necessary you'll get the subject of your choice. So the head of department is a very tough job. He has to see that what are the subjects which you can teach, which you are taught last year. Are you doing PhD? So he will be more considerate to you. He may give the same subjects what you taught last year so that you can devote more time to your PhD. So normally professors are very considerate, those who are head. So this is for formal optimization or linear programming was started by Leonard Condon in 1939. The first well-known approach, the simplex method, published in 1947 by George Dengig. And in the same year, the theory of duality was published by John von Neumann. Duality, I know, circuit theory, we teach duality to the student. Impedance and admittance are dual of each other. Voltage and current are dual of each other. Norton theorem and Thevenin theorem are dual of each other. This duality is something else, is not same. I'm just explaining the concept of duality. Optimization problem has an objective function, set of constraints, and a solution algorithm. LP is having linear objective function, linear constraints, and non-negative decision variables or control variables. Constraints are either equality or inequality. I explained you that. Inequality are either hard or soft. Next slide, please. Yeah, there is I told you, assignment problem or transportation problem. All these chapters are given in Hadley's book. You can read them. There is another book by Taha, T-A-H-A, note down, T-A-H-A, Operation Research. Macmillan, please do read that book. That is the best book, T-A-H-A. I hope you note it down. There is an quadratic programming or geometric programming. One chapter each is given in that Taha's book. In 1950, R. Bellman, who was a USSR mathematician, he gave dynamic programming, used for solving multi-stage decision process. Dynamic programming is very important technique. I hope you have read my Modern Power System Analysis 4th edition 2011 or Power System Engineering 3rd edition 2019. Chapter 7, please read. There I have talked about unit commitment. Unit commitment is a problem which has to be solved first before solving economic operation of power system. There we need dynamic programming. I have given one solved example. Please read that solved example and see how dynamic programming is used to solve unit commitment. I'm sure your teachers must have taught you what is unit commitment. Unit commitment is a very important problem. You can read my review paper on unit commitment along with Dr. Subir Sen. See, each person who is doing PhD or MTech has to write one chapter on review of that topic. If you want to see how to write a review paper, please read my review paper of 2005, February, IEEE Transactional Power System, that is on AGC. AGC is given in my book on chapter 8, Automatic Generation Control. It is also called LFC, Load Frequency Control. The original was given by Algard. Algard has also written a book. So Algard's 2 papers, original papers, you can read, which has made him immortal on AGC. Automatic generation control. That is a frequency control. You can read that. That must be there in your syllabus. Well, the multi-stage decision process, I'll explain you by a very important example, marriage. All of you have to marry or you're already married. Before marriage, you have to see the girl. First, your parents go and see them. Then you're allowed to go and see the girl in a restaurant or in a garden or in a temple. South India is known for temples, you know. So any temple you can go, talk to her or she can talk to you. Then if you're happy with each other, then you marry. This is multi-stage decision process. Similarly, teacher, he has to find out a program, how to teach, what subject he should teach in July, what topics he should teach in August. Similarly, students have to plan the studies, which subject he or she should learn in July, then study in August and so on, so that the whole course is covered before the semester end. Now it is semester system. In my time, it was yearly system. Semester system is much better. There is a trimester system also in Pantnagar. That is 3 months, quarter system. And USA also you'll find quarter system. Like aeroplane, hydrothermal scheduling, unit commitment. Aeroplane, you know, I hope some of you must have traveled by air. The aeroplane doesn't go to 33,000 feet in one go. First it goes to 11,000 while taking off, then 22,000, then 33,000, and then the air hostess tells you, relax, you'll be served meals. Nowadays only Air India serves the meals. All others have stopped. They ask money and then they serve. R50, the 1950 R. Bellman gave dynamic programming used for solving multi-stage decision process, like aeroplane, hydrothermal scheduling, or unit commitment. Next slide, please. Early classic optimization approaches. Formal optimization or linear programming was started by Leonard Kennedy. This I told you. The first well-known approach, the simplex method, was published in 1947. George, you can read his original paper. And in the same year, Theory of Duality was published by John von Neumann. Next slide, please. 6. Yes, please. She changed the slide. Hello. Yes, thank you. In 1956, Russian mathematician Pontryagin gave maximum principle, continuous and discrete form. I have applied it in my MTech thesis and my PhD thesis for solving hydrothermal scheduling problem. You can read my papers on maximum principle to understand what is maximum principle. That can be applied for any particular problem to be solved. I have applied for hydrothermal scheduling problem in my MTech thesis as well as my PhD thesis. You can see my papers. Write down DP Kothari, you will get it. 840 research papers are there. You can see some of them, and if you like them, you can apply them for your PhD problem, your MTech problem, or your students' MTech problem, PhD problem, right? Like subject like power quality, it can be BTech project, MTech project, as well as PhD project. Power quality, you can, my book is coming, as I told you, maybe next month, you can see it. Or Arilaga's book, you can see power quality. It's a very good book. French engineer Carpentier gave gradient technique to solve non-linear programming problems. That was given in 1963. He was the engineer in France, Paris. Kuhn-Tucker gave conditions to solve NLP problem. Kuhn-Tucker has the two different names like Shankar Jaikishan, Lakshmikant Pyarelal, like that. So these two gentlemen presented a paper in 1953 Chicago conference. I have given that paper in my book in Appendix E. You can see that appendix. For solving non-linear programming. Actually, nothing is linear in real life. Everything is non-linear. So if you want to apply linear programming, you have to convert non-linear problem into linear problem. There is a piecewise linear problem also. So you can use piecewise linear problem to solve the actual problem. There are so many ways in which you can solve the problem. So this 1963 paper you can read by Carpentier. I have given that paper in my book, chapter 7, Modern Power System Analysis, 4th edition, or Power System Engineering, 3rd edition, 2019. There are 29 chapters. Please read each chapter very well. These will be helpful to you for GATE as well as IAS and engineering services. Please appear in IAS and as well as engineering services. All students, you can become Secretary Government of India. You can become Chairperson Railway Board if you appear in IAS. And see last 10 years papers and you'll be able to solve next year's paper. My GATE book you can see that is published from Khanna publication 2021. Now there are only 3 months left. Should start fast. If you want, I can give 1 hour lecture later on GATE preparation if you like. That will be 1 hour talk, how to prepare for GATE, how to crack the GATE. That is separate on some other day, not today. There will be no time. Chance constraint or stochastic problems were also solved by Gradient technique. What do you mean by chance constraint? There are constraints which are depending on the random variables. What is the random variable? I hope all the students must have done mathematics 1, mathematics 2, mathematics 3 in their first year or first semester or second semester. They must have studied Gorakh Prasad calculus book and mathematics, linear programming. This is very important. Linear algebra, that is also very important. Professor Krishnamurthy has written a very good book on linear algebra. He is no more, unfortunately. He was our deputy director in what you call BITS Pilani. There were 2 great Tamilian professors. One was Professor T.S.K.V. Iyer. He is also no more. Then Professor Krishnamurthy. Iyer Sahab, both were deputy directors. Iyer was electronics person and Krishnamurthy was mathematician. Iyer's son-in-law is A.P. Mathur, whose microprocessor book you must have read. His daughter Jyoti Iyer he married, intercaste, but intercaste marriages always success. They are not failure normally. So both of them are professors in Purdue University at the moment in USA. I have gone there and stayed with them. Wonderful people. So read A.P. Mathur's microprocessor book also. That's very important book. Currently he is in Singapore. So if you want, you can apply and go to him as an intern for summer vacation and study with him something and come back. He will. He has normally a lot of projects, so he can give you airfare, stay, everything he can give. And you can write my name to him. He's my student. I taught him in BITS Pilani. So random variables. I was asking you, what is random variable? There are 3 random variables which are very important. We come into across them in life every point of time. First is customer. When customer will come, no shopkeeper knows, right? He is always ready to serve you tea or pan or whatever, or pakoras, murg, or dosa or idli, whatever you want. And then second thing is phone call. When your cell phone will ring, nobody knows. That's a random variable. Third is the death. When death will come, nobody knows. You see? And so these 3 random variables. There are other random variables in power system is load and water inflow. The load, when load will vary, we don't know. When you will feel hot and you'll start your AC, you don't know. When you'll feel cold and you start your heater, of course, South India, no cold. So you are lucky. North India, a lot of cold is there. Uttarakhand, Himachal Pradesh, Jammu Kashmir, horrible. Horrible in the sense the temperature may go below 0 also. If you go to Ladakh, which is now having a problem with China, I've been there late. One day you have to get accustomed to the weather there. So you take rest for one day. Next day onwards you can work. So if there is any conference there, please do go to Leh. There is a direct flight from maybe Chennai also. But Delhi there is a definitely direct flight. So you can go to Leh, stay there for a couple of days and come back. There is a lake there. Half of it is in China and half of it is in India. Do go and see that lake also. You know, of course there won't be Chinese military there. So don't worry about it. They're all gone. So stochastic problem, as I told you, there is a book by Papoulis for probability theory. So do read that book. I have given that reference in my chapter 7. Similarly, good books are by Headley that I told you, 3 volumes, our own S.S. Rao. My book is there on power system optimization, 2nd edition, PHI. PHI is Prentice Hall of India, 2011. 3rd edition is ready, but they have no time to bring it. Unfortunately, students have stopped purchasing books. So there is no what you call encouragement for writing book. but I hope they will change their habit. They'll come back to reading good books. There is no substitute for books. You have to read books. Today is the era of artificial intelligence. Hence, next we will discuss them now. So these are the conventional optimization techniques we are talking. Now, see, the people have started BTech in AI. So I will request the SRM people to start BTech in AI so that we will get more and more admission. Second thing which I request SRM is to get Chinese students like VIT Vellore. We got there 500 students. If you start getting 100, you will get a lot of dollars. And that will increase your salary also and your facilities because of the dollars. So please tell Dr. Sancheti that he should also. I can help you in getting Chinese students. I know who sends from there. Dr. Murthy Garu is there in Beijing. He is in charge of person who sends Chinese students to India. So those of you who want, I can give his number, his mail ID, so that you can talk to him and see that, sir, please send the Chinese students to SRM also, whichever campus you want. Yes, next slide, please. 7th. Yes, artificial intelligence. So when people don't have natural intelligence, they go for artificial intelligence. What is artificial intelligence? Not just studying intelligent systems, but building them. That's important. Psychological approach. An intelligent system is a model of human intelligence. See, there are computer now can play the chess with the Anand also, and they can defeat also, because computer is very strong. Psychological approach. An intelligent system is a model of human intelligence. Engineering approach. An intelligent system solves a sufficiently difficult problem in a generalizable way. So if you want to solve the tough problems, I'm sure you must be having robotics also, mechanical plus electronics plus computer people. Now, every branch will need interdisciplinary or multidisciplinary. Electric vehicles, you need mechanical engineer, you need electrical engineer, you need electronics engineer, you need computer engineer. So electrical vehicles is a very important topic in electrical engineering now. Sometime, if your time permits, I'll talk 1 hour on electric vehicles later on. If this lockdown continues, then we can plan another lecture series after some time. So electric vehicles, robotics, nanoelectronics, and then what you call biomedical engineering has become very important. IIT Delhi has started a department of biology. You could never think in 60s that IITs will teach biology, zoology, and botany. They were known for mathematics, and medical colleges are known for biology. If you take biology stream, that means you are going to medical. If you take mathematics stream in the 9, 10, 10, 11, or 12 now it is up to 12. So that means in our time it was up to 11. Now it is up to 12. So you are taking biology means you are going to medical. That is, you are going to appear in NEET exam. And if you are taking mathematics means you will appear in JEE exam, JEE and JEE advanced, like that. Or SRM has its own entrance test. VIT Vellore has a VT. Some of you must have appeared. Then BITS Pilani has BITSAT. Like that, every college is having his own entrance exam. I don't know why you should have so many entrance exams. Whole country can have only one exam, that can be JEE. And take students from JEE list. Why waste money for conducting more and more entrance exams? Anyway, it's not in my hand, it's not in your hand. So that it depends on the government of India, MHRD, Modi ji, and whoever that, Nishant, education minister from Uttarakhand. Yes, please. Next slide, please. Slide number 8. Yes. Now, before I go to this slide, let me explain 3 important points to all students who are listening to this webinar. You must publish a paper out of your project in a journal called Student Journal of iIndia. Please note down, Student Journal of iIndia, published from Kolkata. Now it is an international journal. So once you get a paper, everybody has to give you a job. Nobody can stop you. Second thing is, note down 2 websites You can work in summer there, any IIT, any NIT. First website is summer internship INSA Bangalore. Second is summer internship IIN Gurgaon. And you can even come to me and work with me. I can take only 2 students for IIN. And they give you money as well as railway fare, as well as, so many facilities. And at least you can publish 1 paper with me. So faculty also can come to me. So this is equally good for faculty as well as students. Note down these 2 websites. That is the internship, summer internship INSA Bangalore, summer internship IIN Gurgaon. I hope you have all noted down this. Now we come to slide number 8. Applied areas of artificial intelligence. There is heuristic search, there is a computer vision, there is a adversarial search, games, game theory, meta game theory. These are the very important optimization techniques. Please study them. Fuzzy logic, very important. Natural language processing, NLP, not nonlinear programming, but natural language processing. Knowledge representation, planning, learning. These are the various areas in which AI can be applied. I think IIT Hyderabad has started BTech in AI. In Nagpur, one local college, Araisoni, they have started artificial intelligence. Another university in Nagpur, Baba Ramdev, they have started BTech in machine learning, BTech in artificial intelligence, BTech in IoT, and so on. So these are the new areas in which you are starting BTech program, so that you'll get admission will be no problem. Yes, 9 slides, please. AI techniques supporting decision making. So decision making is the main thing for which you need optimization. Which generator will generate how much power so that you can supply whole city of Chennai, whole state of Tamil Nadu, whole state of Andhra, whole of South India, whole of India. Now we have a national grid. From Kanyakumari to Srinagar, we can send the power, or from Guwahati to Dwarka. So now it is no more regional grids, we have national grid now. So that we can also go for Asian grid. We are already connecting to Bangladesh and Pakistan and Nepal, Bhutan. Bhutan hydropower is generated by India. Very good engineering colleges there in Bhutan. If any faculty wants to go for a 1-year leave and serve there, the beautiful country, you can go there. They give around 1 lakh or 2 lakh per month of salary. Their rupee is like our rupee only. Then they will give room to stay and then food also. So you can try. Nepal, 2 good universities are there. Kathmandu University and Tribhuvan University. There also you can go. Then even in Pakistan, I have been there. Punjab Engineering College, Lahore, very good university. But I don't suggest you to go to Pakistan. There may be problem anytime. Bangladesh, BUET, BUET, Bangladesh University of Engineering and Technology. I gone there 3 times. Wonderful country. Bengali, if you know, then that is excellent. I know 12 languages. That helps me everywhere, wherever I go. Bengali, Komena Chen, Bhaloto, Irokum Chalbena, this is Bengali. Tamil, Wanga Wakarango, Rumban Nella, Ni Vita Puram, this is Tamil. Telugu, Rendi Kurchandi, Parvaledu, this is Telugu. Now, Canaries, Ken Samachara, Namaskara, Bunny, like that. So I'll request you people to learn as many languages as you can. That will help you. You don't know where you're going to serve in this world. You may serve in France. French, I'll give you example. Le livre sur la table. Bonjour. Wouldn't talk, like that. So you can speak these languages and you can work anywhere in the world. Decision makers use information technology in decision making analysis of what is analysis used in transaction, processing systems, and management information system. Again, SRM University, I'm requesting, please start MBA in power system or energy system. Future is renewable energy. Again, one more lecture I want to give on renewable energy, solar energy, wind energy, geothermal, MHD, biomass, waste. You can burn the waste and produce power, like that. So we'll talk sometime later when time permits. And this will be useful to all branches. I'm sure you must be having BTech in energy systems. If not, kindly start. So information technology and computer science, same thing. So nowadays, biotechnology, information technology, food technology, these are the subjects which are very important. Even you can go to VIT Vellore after getting your BTech and do MTech there and do PhD there. One Android has joined there as a VC, Professor Kondali is a very good friend of mine. So you can go to VIT Vellore, Chennai campus, Vellore campus, Bhopal campus, and Amravati campus. That is the capital of Andhra Pradesh. They have not yet gone outside India. They were planning to have a campus in Chennai and China, but now because of a relationship, they may not have it. I don't know. So next slide is 10. Yes, this is very, very light. Can you make it big? Is it possible? I'll try to read it. Field. No, same thing. Field, organization, and application. Energy. ARC and Temto Oil Company, that's the organization. Application, neural network used to help pinpoint of the gas deposits. See, to find out where the gas is very important. Suppose you get gas deposits, suddenly you become a wealthy country. What is there in Arab countries? Money, petrodollars. One of my students, Dr. Uma Shankar, he is in Saudi Arabia. So you can also go to Saudi Arabia and earn a lot of money. So many Tamilians, Telugu people are there. You can go to Saudi Arabia, you can go to Kuwait. Kuwait is also very important. That is very close to Iraq. Iraq, there is a Basra, Baghdad, and all those things are there. There was a famous Iraq war in 1991. Iraq versus Iran. And USA was also there. Second is government, Internal Revenue Service. Software used to read tax returns and spot fraud. This is done in Bangalore. Indian Income Tax head office is in Bangalore. So anyone, all of you, faculty must be filing the tax return. So you have to be very careful in filing tax return. What are the various concessions that you should know? Like ATC, ATDDB, if you return a book, then even royalty up to 3 lakh is tax free. So this I'm talking to all teachers who have written books. They need not pay royalty up to 3 lakh. And nobody gives nowadays more than 3 lakh. No, because the publishers are all fraud, you know, they'll say books have not been sold, so there is no royalty. That is a horrible thing. That's why I'm requesting you to go at foreign publisher. We'll publish in Taylor and Francis, New York. They are comparatively honest people. Now we come to human services. Merced country, California. An expert system used to decide if applicants should receive welfare benefits or not. See, in USA, everybody gets social security. After the age of 60, you don't have to worry. Like our pension. Unfortunately, so many private colleges don't give pension. They should give. And they don't give LTC, leave travel concession. They should give to get a good teacher, and so that the teacher continues to stay there. They should give all these facilities. Otherwise, teachers will leave for 500 rupees, 1,000 rupees, you know, that's the whole problem. So in USA, whether you are fit to get social security or welfare benefits or not, the programs have been worked by expert system. I will talk of expert system soon. There is a very good book by S.N. Saran, my student on expert system. Read that book. At least get one copy in library. Marketing. I'm sure those of you who have done MBA, you must have done. Marketing is very important. You have to sell yourself. Whatever product you make, suppose you are making improved chula, then what is the marketing strategy? The ladies' eyes won't get spoiled if they use improved chula. Improved chula has been developed by IIT Delhi in the Rural Development Center. So you can get it in market in a very subsidized price. The solar cooker, those of you who are in South India, they make rice, sambar, rasam, sabji, and solar cooker you can do it. In Chennai, there is a shop called Aditya, where you'll get solar cooker in a very subsidized price. So there you can get solar cooker and take your lunch, dinner together. The ladies don't have time nowadays. They also serve. Neural networks used to determine most likely buyers from a long list. Telecommunication, BT Group. Nowadays is big competition. Jio, is leading, and poor Idea and Vodafone have to combine. They have formed the company called V. A lot of advertisement is coming in V. Those of you watch IPL nowadays going on, then you'll find the so many advertisements have come. So transportation, American Airlines, expert system used to schedule the routine maintenance of airplanes. Aeroplane had to be properly maintained. You remember that recent accident in Calicut because of the tabletop airport, the flight from Dubai, Air India. There was severe accident and pilot, co-pilot both died and 17 passengers died. So maintenance is very important. You have to maintain power plants so that you can get power all the time. There are 3 types of maintenance: plant maintenance, schedule maintenance, and breakdown maintenance. You should have a plan and schedule maintenance. Even ourselves, we should maintain. Go for morning walk, do your yoga, or play badminton, tennis. See Chennai, South India is a sports hub. There is a Sindhu there. There is a Saina Mirza there, tennis player in Hyderabad. In Chennai, you have the Anand Vishwanathan, the the chess champion. Like that. Even Ramanathan Krishnan was in Tamil Nadu. His son Ramesh Krishnan. And then there is a Amrutraj brothers, Anand Amrutraj, Vijay Amrutraj. So these are the tennis champions from South India. Inventory and forecasting. Hyundai Motors is very close to Chennai. If you go from Chennai to Vellore, on the way you will find Hyundai Motors. There is a Ascent car. There are so many I-10, I-20, so many cars are there. Even electric car they have brought it now. See, there is a subsidy given. You ask your Palaniswamy if you are in Tamil Nadu. You ask your Chandrasekhar Rao Garu if you are in Telangana. Ask Jagan Reddy Garu if you are in Andhra to give subsidy like Kejriwal is giving in Delhi. 1.5 lakh for a car and 50,000 for a bike. So you will get this subsidy if you are purchasing electric vehicle. New neural networks and expert systems used to reduce delivery time by 20% and increase inventory turnover from 3 to 3.4. These are the results obtained by artificial intelligence techniques. Then you have inventory and forecasting, SCI systems. Neural networks and expert systems used to reduce on-hand inventory by 15%, resulting in $180 million in annual saving. See, you don't have to unnecessarily store the excess parts. So what is the optimum way that is being done by artificial intelligence techniques? Inventory and forecasting, Unilever. Neural networks and expert system used to reduce forecasting errors from 40% to, I'm not able to read that last line. If you can make it above, then I can read. 40% to 30%. See, if you can reduce forecasting error, even in power system, load forecasting, one full chapter I given in my book, how to reduce the forecasting error. Otherwise, suppose it is a plus side error. That means load is not 100 megawatt, but you have predicted 100. That means you are keeping generation ready for 100 megawatt unnecessarily, whereas load is only 80 megawatt. Similarly, reverse. Suppose the load becomes 120 and you have planned only for 100, then there will be a load shedding of 20 megawatt. So people will be annoyed that you are not supplying them power. So either way, if there is an error, there is a problem. So there should not be any error. This item is reducing forecasting error. Next, 11, please. Robots involve application of AI. Robotics is a very important area nowadays. Robot can serve in a restaurant as a waiter. Robot can perform surgery in a hospital. Robot can do any job which is a repetitive job. The human being gets tired. A robot won't get tired because it is a machine. I'm sure Rajnikant's movie you must have seen, Robot. It was picturized in our VIT Vellore when I was there. Aishwarya Rai was there, and this Rajnikant was there, and so many people were. Whole cast was there. Our first floor was converted into hospital. Chancellor room was made as a chief hospital surgeon, doctor. In all application of AI, excel of performing simple repetitive tasks. As I told you, repetitive tasks can be performed by a robot. Human being will get tired. That doesn't mean robot can do everything. He can't replace the Modi ji. Modi ji is also like a robot only. Or your two chief minister and deputy chief minister, Palaniswamy and other, Paneer Selvam. So they have declared Palaniswamy as a chief ministerial candidate for the next year election 2021. Anyway, we are not talking politics here. For us, Stalin and Palaniswamy both are equally good or equally bad. Excel at performing simple repetitive tasks. Free workers from tedious and hazardous jobs. Workers can be removed and robot can be placed where there is a danger to life. Tedious job or hazardous job, fire work, like that. Have limited mobility. Operation is controlled by a computer program that includes commands. That is the beauty in robotics. Includes programming languages for controlling variable assembly language, VAL. The next place, 12th. Expert system. I told you what is expert system. See, mimics human expertise in a field to solve a problem in a well-defined area. This is the copying the human being. Humans are experts, used for activities that human experts have already handled successfully. Tasks in medicine, geology, education, and oil exploration. Their expert systems are used. Work with heuristic data, which encourages applying knowledge based on experience to solve or describe a problem. The expert systems are two types, knowledge based and rule based. I'll give you an example. Suppose you are in month of your Tamil Nadu. If you are in Tamil Nadu, the rains come in winter also. So you know that winter there is a rain, then you will carry umbrella when you go. That is knowledge based expert system. Sorry, rule based. Knowledge is whenever it is raining outside, whether it is a winter, summer, or any season, you must carry a raincoat or umbrella. That's a rule based and knowledge based. These are the two types of expert system which are being used and in solving so many problems in real life. Work with heuristic data, which encourages applying knowledge based on expertise to solve or describe a problem. Yes, next please, 13. Components of an expert system. Knowledge acquisition facility. Software package. Has manual or automated methods for acquiring and incorporating new rules and facts so that expert system is capable of growth. Now, I want to give an advice to all the students. I'm sure an SRM must be having choice-based, fully flexible credit system. So try to take as many computer subjects as you can if you are not having computer stream, so that you have best of both the worlds. Suppose you are electrical BTech. So try to take in electives, department electives, the institute electives, computer subjects, and try to do your project also based on computer, so that you are half computer. If you have dual degree system, then take 2 degrees. If you have integrated master's program, then you will get MTech, in 5 years. That is in 4 years normal BTech. You will save some time in doing MTech also. Nowadays, even PhD you can do after BTech. If you get a 9 CGPA, there are institutions who give you admission for PhD. So you can directly do PhD. Once you do PhD, you can become a faculty. See, faculty job is not bad. The 7th pay commission, they get a lot of money, lot of satisfaction to teach the students, that is faculty. Then they can do consultancy. They can write books. They can go abroad for 1 year, come back. I went to Australia twice for marrying my two daughters. There is a dowry system, unfortunately, even now. So I had to go 2 times because Indian salary is not enough to marry your daughter, marry your son. Even son's marriage needs money. Then there is the education. All the private colleges you are in, a lot of fees is there. How do you give that fees in a normal salary? Not possible. But if you get a 7th pay, naturally you will get enough money. Now we come to the knowledge base, similar to the database. But in addition to the storing facts and figures, it keeps track of rules and explorations associated with the facts. Includes factual, heuristic, meta types of knowledge. These are the 3 types of knowledge base. Yes, 14th slide, please. Components of an expert system. Knowledge-based management system, KBMS, similar to a database, used to keep the knowledge base updated with changes to facts, figures, and rules. See, these things keep on changing. The rules, anytime Government of India changes rule, whenever they want. Now, farm laws have come. People are opposing it. It's like that. So it depends on the government of the day, state government or central government. Figures will change, facts will change. All these 3 things keep on changing. So you must keep your knowledge base updated. You can't have old rules and old figures. That will make your company bad. User interface provides user-friendly access to the expert system. User-friendly thing is very important nowadays. See, we have to use the computer. So computer should be user-friendly. We should be able to use it without any problem. That's called user-friendly. Next, please, 15. Components of an expert system. Expansion facility. Performs tasks similar to what a human expert does by explaining to end users how recommendations are derived. That's important, explanation facility. So you have come to some recommendation. Your boss will ask you, how did you arrive at this? Then you should use this AI technique and tell him, like this I have done. He will be happy, he or she will be happy if you can explain him or her properly. Inference engine, similar to the model-based component of a decision support system. Decision support system is very important. See, in every company, in every factory, every college, you have a decision support system. You have a director, you have a vice chancellor, you have deans, you heads the department, there are deputy heads, there are professor in charges, and students also nowadays take part in administration. In IIT Delhi, Senate, 2 student representatives are there. In Board of Governors also 1 student, because it is we are there for students. So students should also be able to tell their problems. Sir, we have got this problem. Then we try to solve in the board, try to solve in the Senate. I'm sure SRM must be having representation of students in various bodies. Uses techniques of forward and backward chaining to manipulate a series of rules. That is important in inference engine. Next, please, 16. Uses of expert systems. Airline industry, they have to use it. See, nowadays airline industry is in problem. In Corona time, nobody wants to travel. Even flights are not there. I want to come to Chennai. There was a Nagpur Chennai flight. It's closed. I don't know how to go to Chennai once the lockdown is lifted. Even trains are not running properly. Forensic lab work. The Rajput case, the forensic report, people are doubting whether it is suicide or is a murder. They have not come to any conclusion. I don't know whether they will ever come to any conclusion. The forensic lab job is also very important. You must have seen that CID serial in Hindi. I don't know whether you people see Hindi serial or Tamil serial. Even Tamil, Telugu, there must be some counterpart of CID serial where they use forensic lab. Banking and finance. Even banks are getting merged. I have been having account in Indian Bank, which head office in Chennai. Then Indian Overseas Bank, their also head office is in Chennai. So I have the account in both the banks because the VIT fellow used to give me salary in Indian Bank. So banking and finance is very important. They're trying to merge few banks. I don't know whether this experiment will be successful or not. Education. We are already a developed country in 5 respects. We are second largest technological and scientific manpower in the world. We are a nuclear power. We are a space power. You must have seen the picture of Mangalyaan, Akshay Kumar. We are the only country which reached the Mars in very first iteration. We are the education hub. 22 IITs, 33 NITs, 4 BITS Pilani, 5 SRM, 4 Manipal, 4 Geetam, and so many good institutions and universities like Aligarh Muslim University, Jamia Millia, and so on. So all these universities, people come from abroad and take admission because our fees is very low. Now we are going to have foreign campus. BITS Pilani is having in Dubai. SRM, I don't know whether they have any foreign campus, but they should have. It's a very good university. Food industry. See, we have the so many chains, like you have Nirula in Delhi, like you the dosa and other things. Then you can have Pizza Hut. So the food industry. And now you have to be careful in Corona days. Who is bringing your pizza? And people don't take directly, they keep it somewhere and then wait for 15 minutes, half an hour, then only they touch. Similarly, you get courier. Courier also nobody going to touch. They leave it for one day or something, then the next day they touch. That because of the Corona problem. Personnel management is very important, like faculty management. Students, you have to manage the big body of students. A student should not get perturbed, should not be annoyed for any of your decision. So personnel management is a very important area. An expert system can be used. Security. There are 3 types of security nowadays. Food security, energy security, and water security, and cyber security. Anybody can hack anybody's account. Anybody can withdraw money from anybody. This is very bad. So even cyber security BTech has started. See that you don't give your, people keep on advertising. Don't give your PIN code, your Aadhaar card, PAN card to anybody. Otherwise, they will just take out money from your water security. Chennai, the 10 cities have been forecasted not to have water in 2024, and Chennai is one of them. Chennai used to get water from Hyderabad for long years. So kindly have the rainwater harvesting on your rooftop. One is a photovoltaic power station in rooftop, another is rainwater harvesting, because there may not be water. Third thing you can do is desalination of water. South India is lucky to have sea across whole of South India. So every 25 kilometers have a desalination of water so that you can get potable water. That's the water security is important. US government, we can write Indian government also. Any government for that matter, Tamil Nadu government, Andhra government, whosoever is listening this webinar. Otherwise they will get annoyed. His state name I have not taken. I don't know, I have not told. Let's say whole India is listening to this webinar. So every state government, every central government should use expert system to solve their agriculture. We are agricultural country. That solar water pump is very important nowadays. Otherwise, farmers are committing suicide. So if you give them solar water pump developed by late Professor Rao Garu, K.S. Rao, he was in BITS Pilani, then he shifted to IIT Kanpur, then he shifted to Bhavnagar. So kindly use that solar water pump for agriculture. See, at least 1/3 of the population of India depends their life on agriculture income. So agriculture income should be there. MSP, the maximum selling price, all these things are going on in farm laws. I hope you are reading newspaper, as I told you, one paper every day. Then you will know all these things. 17 slide, please. Next slide, yes. Advantage of expert system. Never become distracted, forgetful, or tired. They will always work. Duplicate and preserve the expertise of scarce experts. Experts are not easily available. Highly salary, very high. So these computer experts are better. Once you make a program, no salary to be given to anybody. Preserve the expertise of retiring or relieving employees. Say I'm retired, but not tired, still working. I'm 77 and I took first lecture in 23rd October 1969. Now it is 2020. So it is 51 years are over my taking. I'm the only person who has been IIT director, NIT director, and vice chancellor. So you can well imagine my experience. That's why Iyer Ayyaji, Ayya says in Tamil Nadu and Garu is in Andhra, has requested me for this seminar. I'm so happy, thankful to him. Nandri, that is thanks in Tamil. And Vanakkam is, of course, we wish you. So create consistency in decision making. Decision making should not change with the day, with the month. It will remain same for the same problem. Decision has to be same. So that is important with expert system. Improve the decision making skills of non-experts. Now everybody is not expert. In your college, not all people are professors, you know. Some are professors, some are associate professor, some are assistant professor. So you have to make assistant to associate, associate to full professor. Tell them, please publish papers, please guide PhDs, and see that you become professor, you become head of department, you become dean, you become principal and director, and so on. Yes, 18th slide, please. Yes, fuzzy logic. I think this Jade was the person who gave fuzzy logic. He died last year. I'll tell you the small story of fuzzy logic. He invited few families in his house for dinner. Naturally, ladies were there. So ladies started fighting. They say, I'm more prettier than you. Then he said, no, how can you be more prettier than me? Then the Jade came. Don't worry, I have a fuzzy logic theory which will tell you who is more beautiful. So that is fuzzy logic. Fuzzy logic is now being used in power system, control system, medical system, healthcare, everywhere. See, there is a triangular, there is one full chapter given in my power system optimization book on fuzzy logic. Please read that chapter, and you can solve your project problems by using fuzzy logic. A triangular fuzzy function and haphazard fuzzy function. Then you have to defuzzify also. So it deals with the reasoning that is approximate rather than fixed and exact. So it's not a certain thing. In uncertainty, I told you random variables. They're uncertain. What will be their value? We don't know. Next, please. Fuzzy logic. It is flexible, conceptually easy to understand, allows a smooth, gradual transition between human and computer vocabularies, deals with variation in linguistic terms by using a degree of membership, designed to help computers simulate vagueness and uncertainty in common situations. Half glass is full, half is empty. This is fuzzy. Morning time, evening time, roughly same in the sky. There are birds, there is a reddishness. That is why there is a fuzzy, Works based on degree of membership in a set. Yes, next slide, please. So 20th. Areas where fuzzy logic is used. Search engines, automobile and other vehicle subsystem. Electric vehicle fuzzy logic is very much useful. Used to control the speed of vehicles in anti-braking system. Temperature controller, air conditioner, refrigerator. How much control you want, fuzzy logic can control it. Cameras for autofocus, home appliances, TV shows, cinema. Cinema is very popular in South India also, right? From Shivaji Ganeshan, Gemini Ganeshan, Rajinikanth, all this, Sridevi, Vajantimala, Hema Malini. Home appliances, rice cooker, very useful in South India. Why South India? Whole India takes rice. Maharashtra also takes rice. Dishwasher. If you don't have in Corona time, dishwasher is very helpful. Otherwise, all husbands were expert in washing dishes in the Corona time. So that is the art they have learned because of Corona. Washing machines and others. Next, please, 21. Artificial neural network is very important. Computational models that try to emulate the structure of the human brain, wishing to reproduce at least some of its flexibility and power. ANN consists of many simple computing elements, usually simple nonlinear summing operations and highly connected by links of various strengths. So I hope you learned the ANN. These medical people use it quite often. Next, please. Networks that learn and are capable of performing tasks that are difficult with conventional computers. Playing chess, recognizing patterns in faces and objects, and filtering spam email. Used for poorly structured problems. Use patterns instead of if then else rules used by the expert systems. Create a model based on input and output. These TTTs, they use this technique for finding out who is carrying ticket and who is not carrying ticket. Depends on the face reading, they call it. Similarly, police people use it quite often. Yes, 23, please. This is the structure of a typical neuron. I will request the organizers to give you all these slides. I have no problem. Slides can be shared with all of you. And you can always ask me question by email or by phone. Yes, next please. Bankruptcy prediction. You know, the share market, you have to predict which company is going to be bankrupt. Credit rating, Moody credit rating you must have learned. So what is your credit rating? So that's ANN will give you the answer. Investment analysis, where you should invest. According to me, no share market, no mutual funding, only FDR. I request all my faculty friends not to waste money in a share market and mutual fund. Go and take FDR, fixed deposit. That is safe for your children, for yourself in old age. You'll need money. And do take medical insurance. That's important. When what will happen, nobody knows. Oil and gas exploration, also ANN used. Target marketing. So there also you can use ANN. Yes, 25 please. Next slide. Particle swarm optimization is used for many power system problems. Particle swarm optimization proposed by Dr. Ehnert and Dr. Kennedy, 1995, just 25 years back, solely based on population stochastic optimization technique. This method was designed by the researchers after inspired by social behavior of flocking bird or schooling fishes. This method shares numerous resemblances with the evolutionary computational procedure and genetic algorithm. Genetic algorithm is very important. PSO algorithm is widely used in various research fields, like ranging from artificial neural network training to other areas where GA can be used in the system. Yes, 26. Swarm intelligence is a branch of artificial intelligence where we observe nature and try to learn how different biological phenomena can be imitated in a computer system to optimize the scheduling algorithm, like your power system scheduling, unit commitment, your faculty, what subject they should teach. In swarm intelligence, we focus on the collective behavior of simple organizations and their interaction with the environment. There are two types of optimization algorithm in swarm intelligence. The first one is ant colony optimization. Here the algorithm is based on the collective behavior of the ants in their colony. Like, you know, they search for the food. If there's a water in between, they cross the water. Water is like constraint. The second technique is particle swarm optimization, PSO. Next please, 27. Please change the slide. Hello. Yes. Tabu search method. Tabu is not that actress. This is separate Tabu created by fixed in 1986 and formalized. It's gone. In PSO, the focus is on the group of birds. This group of birds is referred to as a swarm. Let's try to understand particle swarm optimization from the following scenario. Example, suppose there is a swarm to group of birds. Now all the birds are hungry and are searching for food. These hungry birds can be correlated with the facts in a computational system which are hungry for resources. Now in the locality of these birds, there is only one food particle. This food particle can be correlated with a resource. As we know, tasks are many, resources are limited. So this has become a similar condition as food. It may cause havoc and may consume a large amount of time. Thus, on careful, you want to Tabu. Okay, Tabu I was talking, created by this 96 in 89. Tabu search enhances the performance of local search by relaxing its basic rule. First, at each step, worsening moves can be accepted if no improving move is available. Like when the search is stuck at a strict level, local minimum. In addition, prohibitors, henceforth the term taboo, are introduced to discourage the search from coming back to previously visited solution. So there should not be any oscillation. We should, reach the final solution. The implementation of taboo search uses memory structures that describe the visited solution or user-provided sets of rules. If a potential solution has been previously visited within a certain short-term period, it has violated a rule. It marked as taboo, forbidden, so that the algorithm. I'm not able to read last line. Can you make it up? Oh, natural language processing. Developed so that users can communicate with computers in human language. Provides question and answer setting that is natural and easier for people to use. Useful with databases. Used for call routing, stock and bond trading, and banking by phone. Next, please. 30. Yes, categories of NLP system: interface to databases, machine translation, text scanning, and intelligent indexing programs for summarizing large amounts of text, generating text for automated production of standard documents, speech systems for voice interaction with computers. Next, please. Artificial activities performed by NLP system: interfacing, accepting human language as input, carrying out the corresponding command, generating the necessary output, knowledge acquisition, using the computer to read large amounts of text and understand the information, summarize important points and store information so that system can respond to any inquiries about the content. Next, please. 32. Integrating AI technologies into decision support system. AI technologies help improve the quality of decision support system, adds explanation capabilities by integrating expert systems and learning capabilities by integrating ANNs, creates an interface that is easier to use by integrating an NLP system. Systems are called integrated DSS. Next, please. 33. Conclusion. In artificial intelligence technologies apply computers to areas that require knowledge, perception, reasoning, understanding, and cognitive abilities. Intelligent agents are becoming more popular, especially in e-commerce. E-commerce is very important nowadays. E-booking, everything E now, Fuzzy logic is designed to help computers simulate vagueness and uncertainty in common situations. Size and complexity of the human language has made developing NLP system difficult. 34. Yes, that is all. Thank you very much. Any questions you have, please?
So participants.
Yeah, any questions you have?
Any questions?
You can ask now, or you can write in an email to me, or ring me in the evening after 7 p.m. My number is there on the first slide, 7972723202. You can always give my name as a referee, for a job, for an internship. You can come to me also in summertime, apply to Bangalore and Gurgaon, get money. They give you a railway fare, they give you money also. Faculty as well as students, most are welcome. If anybody wants to do PhD, I can be co-guide. Anybody wants to write a book, I can be co-author. Main author, you will be main author. I'll help you, of course. And you can make me an adjunct professor in your university so that I can visit once a month. Take live courses and mock interviews, how to appear in IAS exam, engineering services exam, all those things I can do once your lockdown is lifted. Not now, maybe another 2 months.
No questions from audience.
No problem. They can ask me anytime.
Yeah. On behalf of the Department of E&I, SRM Alliam Engineering College, thank you very much, sir, for accepting our invitation and making excellent presentation about optimization and artificial intelligence, and making this STDP interesting and very meaningful. So thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much to all of you
Yeah.
for
thank
giving me an
thank you.
opportunity to interact with all of you. And hope to see you again.
Okay, sir.
Thank you, sir. Okay, bye.
Thank you.
वेलकम. चलो बीजी हो गया.
So participants are requested to join afternoon session at 2:15 p.m. sharply. Thank you. Thank you.